we are honestly about weeks away from receiving some news about DLC in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Honestly, there's a lot of rumors and speculations out there, but I can say for sure we are going to have 2 DLC packs. What I'm hoping for them is something a little more similar to Sword and Shield, but actually a way bigger version on one of them, and another one just having, you know, a small amount of details. It's just really fun storyline. For storyline 1, I'm hoping it goes into the new legendary Pokemons that they're talking about out there. If you don't know, there's a 3rd legendary Pokemon that apparently we've seen before and just don't know too much information about. It's a 3rd, a trio. It's like the Rayquaza. It's like having the Giratina. Shoot, that's what we always wanted. That's always what we want. And continuing that storyline would be really amazing because we can learn a little bit more about the Pokemon that just really create terrestrialization and why terrestrialization is such a huge thing and where did it actually originally come from, because for some reason I'm not buying that it came from the past or the future. No, I don't think terrestrialization did that. And like I said, the other DLC pack can talk about like another fun storyline, maybe something that revolves around the rest of the characters, maybe Nimona or something like that, and it could be in the main area. With the 2 DLC packs, I'm hoping one of the 2 actually discover more information about the secret land. That's probably gonna be Andorra. If you don't know, this game, Scarlet and Violet, is based off of Spain. And if you don't know this, Paldea actually has a lot of Pokemon actually from Kalos, and there's a reason behind that. If you look on any map that's based off of Spain, which is the Paldea of our Pokemon region, you notice that France, which is Kalos, is just a little bit northeast of it. But between these 2 is Andorra, a country that's very small, and honestly, this is the perfect place for the DLC to be taking place. DLC pack, or if anything, you get to be taken off the mainland. That'd be amazing. That's all I really want. Also, let me go to another point, and that's kind of bringing a better storyline for Geeta. If you really think about Geeta as a character, you don't know anything about her. You just know she's the champion, the first. But we need to know why she is the first. Why is she so strong when has a weak-ass team? And that's coming from me. I'm the guy who made Geeta's team actually amazing. Made a whole competitive team out of her and it would use her for competitive play. You can go watch that video a little bit later. And her team is dog water. It's still not that great. But she needs redemption. She really does. She is La Primera, the first. You don't get that title without being badass at the very least. Like La Primera is like a title that someone badass like Cynthia would have. Someone like Lance, alright? Something's not right here because you think of a Pokemon like Lamora. Lamora is a Pokemon that's not seen through any type in the region unless you go into the Great Crater. The Great Crater is where Lamora is, and that would mean that Geeta would possibly have to go down there at some point, or at least there's emphasis on something like that because they mentioned it even in the story. I'm no theorist or speculation, but I just know for a fact that she is way stronger and they are downplaying her success and power so much, especially in the post game where they don't even let it do too much at all. Let's go to another point, and that's honestly what Pokemon has been lacking in recently. The post game, sometimes it's not relevant at all unless it's DLC added to it. You look at a game like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, you'd learn more about Mega Evolutions and stuff like that, and really understanding the history. But really, you kind of lose the factor of Battle Factory and all this other stuff. You don't get to really gain anything too much in the battle competition. The best battle competition in the post game is Pokemon Black and White 2. Those games had the Pokemon World Tournament. Pokemon World Tournament is one of my favorite things in any Pokemon. You get to revisit all the trainers you fought in the past, and you're like, yo bro, they have their best teams also, and they're on some crazy Pokemon from Kanto and every region up to that point. And they can easily make something like a battle system or the past Pokemon trainers come in. Imagine seeing that boy Gary Blue come back in. You can see a lot of your favorites, like one of my favorites is Elisa. And you get to face all these other trainers and come back from 1 through 9. That would be amazing. We get to see all these guys come back, bro. This is a fan game for me. Would be honestly having all the gym leaders and all the major trainers all do this main storyline and come together where they can fight some big objective. That'd be really cool. Like something like Hoopa. They really need a battle factory or a battle frontier, something. They do need it, because what are those gym teachers challenges at the very end of the game aren't gonna cut it anymore, man. They truly are not gonna cut it anymore. I think one more point that should be brought up about Pokemon DLC, other than like the story, really honing down on the performance issues. Performance issues have actually turned some people's heads and making this like one of the least favorite games of all time. And I think this game has an amazing story and has some great characters as well, and I've looked past that part, and that's my fault as an enjoyer of a video game. I shouldn't excuse that. But there's so much just missing out for some people because the performance of this game is just so poor. They really just packaged it up as an amazing product, and many people thought, oh, the frame rates that are dropping beforehand the game comes out on these videos and everything, it's gonna be all fixed, but it wasn't. What we see is actually what it is, and that's the sad thing about Pokemon now. Performance issues, these bug fixes all need to be changed before DLC comes out, or they're really gonna be missing out on a huge fan base. I think there's like been leaks that there's gonna be a new form of the ancient and future Pokemon for Virizion. I think it's gonna be in the future, and also Suicune, which is gonna be in the past. I love both those Pokemon, by the way. Unova and Johto, great regions. My two favorite regions, actually. I'm feasting over here. These are just my late night thoughts I've been thinking about for the past few days. And what can this game do to just really hone in as some people's favorite game? Who knows? Maybe we're gonna make a new broken Pokemon for competitive play. I play competitive, and I deal with that all the time, man. I know you enjoy Pokemon, so yeah, I hope you support the content and subscribe. I have a lot of amazing thoughts about Pokemon in general, so here, see another video right now. Why don't you?